your Saturday mornings with the most trusted team in local sports. Preview all of the weekend action and recap all of the big plays with Gianna Cephalou and Gabriel Snowball. 6 Sports Saturday, Saturday mornings at 9:30 on News Channel 6. Dodge City Live 5 for 6 is weather coverage you can count on. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Nixon Roofing.
We are tracking a powerful cold front that will sweep through this weekend, bring the potential for severe weather. We'll have details coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 4, time is winding down for debris pickup in Grovetown. Why the deadline is fast approaching and what to do if you still have tree limbs. Plus, find out how your tax dollars are being used in Richmond County. A community forum to discuss major concerns, who will be there, and how you can attend. And USCA men's basketball team is headed to the NCAA tournament. A live report as they prepare before getting on the road. Your News at 4 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. We begin in Richmond County, where an officer-involved shooting investigation is underway. It happened this afternoon on Glen Hills Drive. When deputies encountered the suspect, they say he pulled out a gun. That's when shots were fired and the suspect was injured. That suspect in the hospital tonight. No further details available at this time. It's been almost 6 months since Hurricane Helene hit the CSRA. Crews have been working around the clock since then to pick up debris, and it's the home stretch for the city of Grovetown. Graham Lee joins us live there. And Graham, the final day for debris pickup there is next week.
Well, that's exactly right, Jenny. In fact, if you look behind me, if you take a look and drive down roads or streets here in Grovetown, you won't find much debris, and part of the reason why is because that deadline is fast approaching. As you mentioned, it is this coming Monday, March 17th. Now, since October, contractors have picked up more than 54,000 cubic yards of debris across the city. They will be going around to get remaining debris piles between now and 5 p.m. on Monday. That is the final time they will do so. City leaders say there's not a set schedule or list of streets they're focusing on, but they're making sure everyone is accounted for.
We've gone around and we've checked to see that folks have put their debris roadside, and we've checked to see that if they still need pickup, that we're communicating that with our contractors. We'll be doing that again shortly after the deadline on Monday at 5 p.m. just to make sure that the folks that have their stuff out by that time will receive the pickup that the contractors will be providing.
So Johnson is also reminding the community to only put vegetative debris on the curbside for contractors to pick up. If there is other debris that's mixed in with that vegetative debris, homeowners will have to get a private sector to pick up any remaining debris. Live in Grovetown, Graham Lee, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, Graham, thank you for that live report. Tonight, Richmond County residents are invited to voice their concerns about a couple of issues. The West Augusta Alliance will host a community forum this evening at First Baptist Church. Ellison Hubbard has a preview of what's to come.
Tonight's meeting will consist of 2 major topics: the audit of the Park and Recs Department and the maintenance of the Augusta and Richmond County owned cemeteries. Residents have been concerned for quite some time about the audit and how their tax dollars are being used.
Well, I think the people that have people in the cemeteries are going to be very interested in getting in there because they're all closed. And so they're going to be looking to see when they're going to be able to get in. And I understand that the audit of the Parks and Recreation is in procurement.
Along with the cemeteries being closed, residents want answers. This forum will allow the mayor and commissioners to voice their opinions and answer questions. Commissioner Tina Selendek is hoping that they don't find any problems with the audit.
I hope we find nothing. I hope we find that the resources are being spent wisely and everything's running smoothly. People think audits are always just to try to uncover something terrible, and a lot of times they do, but sometimes they uncover things that say things are going smoothly.
The forum starts at 6:30 p.m. here at the First Baptist Church of Augusta in the Mission Activity Center. In Augusta, Ellison Hubbard, WJBF News Channel 6.
Turning now to the weather with meteorologist Miller Hyatt. Miller, another day of spring-like temperatures.
Yeah, that's right, Jenny. We hit the upper 70s today, so feeling a lot like spring. That's about 7 degrees above average. And looking outside right now over the Savannah River, very pretty shot right now. Now, we did have some haze earlier, some control burns. We also have a lot of pollen starting to appear across the area, so that's kind of adding in that hazy sky today. Now, we're also watching for a possible stray shower or storm, which we are now seeing right now just south of Sparta here and pushing towards the east in the area. We're going to be watching for that chance to be continuing into the evening hours, but most spots will be dry. So 75 right now in Augusta, 76 in Evans, 77 in Edgefield. And looking at our wind gusts, pretty breezy, bring in that warm air mass gusting up to about 19 miles per hour in Swainsboro. Still very dry, so we're not looking at a lot of moisture, which is why we don't really have that great of a chance of any rain tonight. So if you're walking the dog, that is good news. So no need for really any rain gear. You might have to dodge a shower or two, but that's really about it. Temperatures falling to 67 degrees by 8 p.m. And for tomorrow's forecast, it is Pi Day, which is 3.14. It's a mathematical constant. So if there are any math teachers out there, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here. So temperatures in the upper 70s tomorrow. Will be dry. And then we go to a storm system this weekend that has the possibility of bringing in some severe weather and also some heavy rain, which could lead to some isolated flooding. I'll have all those details coming up in your 5 for 6 forecast. Jenny.
All right, thank you, Miller. An Augusta man is behind bars in Barnwell County accused of child molestation. 31-year-old Broderick Walters has been charged with 4 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. Warrants allege that Walters sexually assaulted a child under the age of 11 multiple times, dating back to April of 2020. Walters is being held in the Barnwell County Detention Center. The Trump administration has cut. The Georgia Department of Education has a new initiative to bring more teachers to the Peach State. Hannah McDonald tells us more.
Teach in the Peach is a website made for teachers by teachers to not only get more teachers in Georgia schools, but to educate people on why teaching is so important. In 2022, the Georgia DOE looked at why teachers were leaving the classroom. The most common answer was teacher burnout. Christy Todd, a former teacher, was one of the people who helped with the website. She says they wanted to find a way to bring teachers back into the classrooms. They worked with more than 90 current teachers and others to make sure the website has anything you can think of.
And we worked with over 250 individuals, people who want to be a teacher that currently aren't, to figure out what are some of the barriers they're facing, like what are some of the questions they have.
They worked closely with state representatives on this initiative with the goal of having all of the information in a centralized hub. Todd says the feedback has been positively overwhelming. The day the website launched, it had almost 900 page visits. The website has several sections, things like benefits, an interactive job map, and a career quiz. But one of the most popular is the contact form, where current and former teachers can share their stories.
Through the contact form, we are hearing stories. We are hearing stories of a business professional who owns his own multi-million-dollar company that doesn't feel fulfilled, and he wants to become a teacher. And so he sent us on the form saying, how can I become a teacher? Is there a place for me?
Current teachers love seeing the positive feedback on the site, and Todd says teachers are the ultimate influencers.
It's because we change the future when we help students see their potential. And there is no denying the influence of a teacher. Every single one of us can think of one, if not dozens of teachers who have had a massive impact on our lives.
If you are interested in becoming a teacher or want to learn more about Teaching the Peach, you can find the link on our website at WJBF.com. In Augusta, Hannah McDonald, WJBF News Channel 6.
Fort Eisenhower holding a Hiring Our Heroes event for military spouses today. This event was open to anyone, but focused on military spouses and helping ensure they have a chance to reach their career goals. Organizers hope it helps get more military spouses into the workforce.
have had a continuous 20% unemployment rate with our community. So this program here and this event here is so important to be able to highlight military spouses and their skills as they support their service member when they're transitioning or moving around the country.
People who attended were able to meet more than 20 different local, regional, and national employers. Jobs included hybrid, in-person, full-time, and part-time positions. Free headshots were also available. The USC Aiken Pacers are headed to their third consecutive NCAA tournament bid. News Channel 6's Gabriel Stovall joins us now from Aiken as the team gets set for regionals this weekend. Hey, Gabriel.
That's right, Jenny, and the excitement is palpable. Let me tell you, like you said, this is not USC Aiken's first time being at the NCAA tournament, but this particular team has a whole lot going for it right now. Ranked number 24th in the country in the latest NCAA Division II poll. They've won 6 straight games, and they are also coming in as the Peach Belt Conference tournament champions. So Coach Mark Vanderslice, when I talked with him earlier today, watching a spirited practice, I mean, they're ready. They're pumped up, and they are focused and locked in. They're going to face a team that's familiar to them, Catawba, with the number 7 seed. USC Aiken's coming into the tournament Saturday with a number 2 seed. They'll face them Saturday at 2:30 p.m. in the very place in Columbus where they won the Peach Belt Conference championship. They're going to face a team they played in the second game of the regular season. We'll have more for you at 5 and 6 about what Coach Vanderslice has to say about the preparation that his team is going through to make sure that they are at top peak condition when Saturday shows up. So for now, though, we're just going to stay here and we're going to wait around and see how things shake out as they get ready to wind down preparations for Saturday. So Gabriel Stovall is here live at Aiken. I'm going to toss it back to you guys in the studio, and we'll see you later at 5 and 6 for the rest.
All right, Gabe, thanks so much. A live look now at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where NASCAR drivers will rev their engines this weekend. Coming up, a preview of what to expect.
We are currently in a moderate drought across the area, but I have some good news for you as we have an above-average precipitation chance going forward. We'll have details coming up.
NASCAR heads to Las Vegas this weekend. If Saturday's Xfinity race is anything like last weekend's event in Phoenix, it'll be a fun one. Ron Futrell gives us a preview from Las Vegas.
Practice and qualifying takes place Friday for the 300-mile Xfinity race on Saturday. One of the new young teams, Sam Hunt Racing, is looking for its first win of this new young season this weekend.
It's a family aspect here. I mean, it's a small shop. You know, we're not Joe Gibbs, so everyone here's pretty tight. Everyone works hard. You know, there's no extra fat here. Like everyone, you know, is really hungry to win, really hungry to do well, and everyone has their specific job.
Dean Thompson is a rookie in the Xfinity Series. Now, he's from Southern California, so he knows the tracks in the desert Southwest well.
We run good in Vegas in the past. You know, it's the West Coast, so if I kind of feel at home, it's probably one of the closer tracks I have to a home race. So, no, I feel pretty good about that. I just got back from the simulator, so I think we'll have a pretty good car and everything there. So.
They dropped the green flag for the Liona 300 at 1:30 Pacific time on Saturday. In Las Vegas, I'm Ron Futrell reporting.
Coverage from the Las Vegas roadway begins Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock with the NASCAR Countdown live on the CW6. Don't go away. Miller has your full forecast next.
Weather headlines on WJBF News Channel 6. Brought to you by Hickson Roofing. If your roof needs fixing, call Mr. Hickson. Right now.
Masters of quality, champions of service.
Over the years, thousands of people have gotten their hands on one. And who knows, you could be next. With your very own Good Morning Augusta coffee mug at WJBF.com/coffee club. Sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken. Now, your most accurate forecast. next with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Well, like we mentioned yesterday, we had that chance of a stray shower or storm, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now in Live Viper 6. One stray shower, even a few lightning strikes right now pushing south of Sparta in the area, but it seems to be dissipating as we don't have a lot of fuel in the atmosphere to really keep things going here. So, which is good news, of course, if you have any outdoor plans. So here's a live view of Washington Road right now. We do have some hazy skies in the distance with a combination of some smoke from control burns and that pollen. I'm sure you've noticed your cars are starting to get covered with some green. That pollen is really starting to ramp up as we have these trees blooming across the area. So 75 degrees, nice and comfortable southwest wind at 7. Dew point a little bit higher today at 50, humidity 41%. So looking across the Tuesday here, we have those storms mainly to our west over in Macon, Atlanta, and that's going to continue to be the case as we don't really have anything bring in more moisture into our region for today. So the reason why we're seeing those storms is because we have this upper level low here spinning here, as you can see on live Super Doppler Viper 6, and you can see that we are looking at this pushing on forward as we go into this evening. So storm potential for tonight, we're looking at some severe weather possible for our western counties, but really we're not looking at much in the way of severe weather here, mainly for the western portions of Georgia here. So that's good news. So Futurecast is showing maybe a stray storm possible south of the I-20 corridor, but most of us will be staying nice and quiet. So going into tomorrow, we will see more sunshine in the area, which is good news. And then going to the afternoon, we'll continue to see that sun, allowing temperatures to rise above average once again to near 80 degrees. And then going into the rest of your Saturday, we're looking at the potential for those storms to be approaching. Now, we're going to be staying mostly dry during the day, but we can't rule out some storms as we go into Saturday night into your Sunday. That's the big next thing here. We're looking at that line approaching from our west here. Here's 6 a.m. on your Sunday. Notice as we push on forward, we'll be looking at this line approaching. Now, this model shows it kind of slowing down, which is not good news because the slower it is, the more instability we have due to the later timing of that line. But I'm still thinking it's going to be a little bit earlier than what that model does show. So looking at the severe weather outlook, the majority of the southeast is looking like a severe weather setup. But good news for us is we are really where the line starts to dissipate. So that means we're not going to see as much severe weather, but we still do have that small chance. We do have about a 15% probability of severe storms across the area. The main threat is going to be high winds, but we can't rule out some stronger storms and also that threat of a flash flooding. But really the main threat is going to be the high winds. As you can see here, winds gusting possibly between 40 and 45 miles per hour as we go on forward. Then as we go to Saturday night into Sunday, we'll be continuing to see those winds still pretty breezy. So that's not good news. If you have any outdoor items, please make sure those are secure. So for our potential rain totals, we're looking at between 1 to 2 inches of rain, and that's going to be the case for your Sunday. Then we're drying out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, followed by another rain chance. Temperature-wise, we're going to be going really all over the place from mid-80s down to the 60s. Overnight lows going from the 60s down to the 30s. So looking at your forecast for tonight, temperatures in the upper 40s to near 50. Maybe a stray shower or storm, but really, besides that, nice and quiet, which is good news if you are looking at the lunar eclipse tonight. Don't forget, if you want to stay up late, it starts at 2:58. That's the max eclipse in the area. So that's some fun news to hear about.
Very exciting.
Yes.
All right, we'll be back right after this quick break.
Welcome back, World Heads. So, what kind of secrets are you hiding in those Eyeglass World same-day labs?
No secrets. It's just equipment to make our customers' glasses the same day.
Huh. And is this equipment of alien origin?
I think it's just made in Des Moines.
They have aliens in Des Moines?
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $99. Or get 2 pairs of progressives for $199 the same day at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses.
Pastry chef Jordi Roca owns a 3-star Michelin restaurant in Spain, and has created a pudding that he says tastes like old books. It starts by spreading a special butter on the pages and soaking it in a pot of liquid. The butter is then scraped off and dissolved in alcohol before being put into a pudding mixture garnished with torn pages of the book. As for trying the pudding at his restaurant, it'll cost you $360. Haven't had a craving for books lately. That's it for this half hour, but there's more coming up on News Channel 6 at 4:30, including South Carolina law enforcement reacting to a bill that would change how high-speed chases are handled, what it might mean for officers after the break.
Olympus Granite, and Stone, and now in cabinets too. Located at 383 Tower Drive in Augusta.
At Tile Center, we'll work directly with you to help you select just the right products you'll need. Our staff has the expertise needed to assist homeowners, contractors, architects, and designers with any tile project anywhere in your home or office. At Tile Center, we bring your visions to life. Come see why for yourself at any of our locations at Tile Center or online at tilecenter.com. Your tile and stone experts.